Sports. It's the Memphis taking on the Orlando Wizards.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Orlando Wizards and the Memphis Steamers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Memphis team as they get ready here. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And that to the 30. It'll be second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards, a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. A gain of 3, second down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up second down. They'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. 8th play of this opening drive coming up. This is third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Oh, there's going to be a little bit of regret there because they certainly had the chance to get off the field here, just giving up a field goal attempt. But they couldn't get that stop on third down. Now they have to hunker down because guess what? That drive continues.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Steamers are on the board first here this afternoon. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the 1st and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 55 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
The extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll run on 1st down. It's Turner to about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
So on 4th down, here's the Australian native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. This is fielded at the 27. 31 yards on the punt there. And that will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now they'll run on the draw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 65 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter. It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done. Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They're going to look to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll look to throw here. Touchdown! A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steamers have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
No problem there on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Orlando takes back over on offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On 2nd down, it's Turner. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. (21-0) our score after 1. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Two minutes gone by, second quarter. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Wizards are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. The extra point splits the uprights, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The offense on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards for number 11.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the give, this is their fullback. And he'll get this across the 40 and up to about the 42-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Back to throw here. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Back to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A give to the fullback on the dive. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now back to throw. And he fends him off. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They give it off here to the tight end. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right? Point after try forthcoming. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And for them right now, not a done deal. They are holding down one of the final 3 wild card spots with 2 weeks to go. But there are others, Charles, kind of nipping at their heels a bit. And, Brandon, it's always worth keeping in mind, and I have to keep writing it down for myself. Remember, it's 7 teams in each conference now making the playoffs. So that brings more important games to the end of the season. So, in theory, more teams alive for a postseason berth later in the year.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back. And that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. And now a carry here for their fullback. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides to a halt inside the 10. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll try and run with their fullback. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Steamers continue to pull away here in this first half. Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again. They go to the big man. 2nd time he gets it done.
Almost as if they were feeling like he was establishing a rhythm. Give it to him again and again, and how about the end result? Finishes it off in the end zone.
Touchdown, great run, and the score. Now the try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Now this offense comes back out onto the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And his throw is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start with North versus South in the Sunshine State. Jacksonville traveling down I-95 to take on Miami. And we see at the half, 14-10 is the score. The Jags trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. But CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. Make sure it's a good one and close it out.
From the mid, they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Second and 3. Then he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now a handoff up the middle. Turner. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Turner. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here that's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. So 3rd and inches, and this will be the 9th play of the drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he rifles one incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Up the middle they go. It's Turner. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
On 3rd down, it's Turner, and he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Wizards are able to cut into that deficit. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Now for the point after. It's good, and it's now 35-14. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. Well, now how about this return? And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And that's why that position was created. Big, powerful, strong guy who can carry the ball and plow forward. That's exactly why you have him on the field.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Rolling to his right. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a 1st down himself.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in, and he's going to get this down near the 25.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Flushed out right. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got his tight end, that's complete. It's Watts. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown! From 8 yards out, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Now a give right side. Turner looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So they bring out their punter as he's on to kick it away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense.
A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of two play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive guy,
what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Three yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So tack on 3 more, though this, it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great, too.
Orlando takes back over on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
On second down now, it's Turner. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, they've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 6. Pressure comes and down he goes. He couldn't get away there on third down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead. You give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering whether they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Here we go, 45, white.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now left side on the swing pass. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and 3rd and 8 now. Back to throw again. Going right side here, and that's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now here's a throw that's complete, and they're going to move it down inside the 25. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
The throw over the middle taken in. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a handoff up the middle. Turner. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Turner, and he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Turner. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead now. They have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 7. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. It looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight-line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field. Not a recipe for success. That time a loss. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the home team here, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. So long, everybody.